it's not a good idea to let too much moss grow on a tile roof like the roof I have on my house. Eventually, bushes and trees can start growing on the roof and it wind up looking like this. Yeah, the Secret Service says that a sloped roof is a safety factor. It's like dangerous.
That building in particular has a sloped roof at its highest point. And so, there's a safety factor that would be considered there, that we wouldn't want to put somebody up on a sloped roof. And so,
My roof appears to be more sloped than the one that the former director of the Secret Service considered to be unsafe. Imagine 30 years ago I sat on a rubber mat and screwed down all these steel roofing sheets. I guess according to the Secret Service this was very unsafe and extremely dangerous. And I should consider myself very lucky. But not as lucky as Donald Trump. And he was not inches away from being killed, more like a few millimeters. This house is well over 100 years old. I cut a hole in the wall to make a cat door and found magazines and articles about current affairs like the First World War. Newspapers in the attic from 1925. A picture of young Roald Amundsen, first person to get to the South Pole. Disappeared in 1928 at the age of 55. Nice radio for only 22 kroner, about $2. I found this lantern to a horse-drawn carriage in the attic. Quite nice. Now I'm 74 years old and I weigh a bit more than I weighed in 30 years ago. And I'm not particularly enthusiastic about the idea of going and stumbling around on the roof. If I break one of those tiles, there's no way to get a new one. Some abrasion damage from the roofing tiles. The circular tiles on the ridge of the roof are nailed down, and most of the nails are sticking up a bit. The rope of the pulley got caught on these nails, making it almost impossible to move the rope horizontally along the ridge. I do not want to have to climb up there and fetch it. I made this device using 5 wooden cylinders with a hole drilled in the center, press-fitted into 5 lengths of PVC pipe, allowing the device to roll over the nails without getting stuck. The purpose of the bottles was to prevent the device from getting stuck during vertical adjustments. I see they've taken quite a beating, and I don't think I'll get any deposit back from these bottles. The contraption is not 100% effective. I'd say it's about 80%. Most of the moss on the roof is loose. The contraption had difficulty at the lower edge of the tiles, but it's still a considerable improvement.